back to another episode of M.S.M Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing the Tom Hardy Spider-Man Homecoming movie, the first movie that is in the MCU. Let's get it started. Well, basically, this movie starts off with our main villain, the I don't want to say Batman, but Michael Keaton playing Falcon. Oh, not Falcon. Vulture. And we start off seeing them clean up the events of Avengers, the first Avengers movie, trying to clean up all the mayhem and whatnot. And it turns out Tony sends some people to pick up their own stuff, the alien technology. Then we get like a 5-year jump that they're gonna start stealing their shit, stealing the stuff. And then we get the main title scene. And then we cut to Spider-Man filming his own little home video, him leading up to the events of Civil War when he was introduced, and just getting, this is great, seeing all that. Then we cut to him to present day, going to school and texting Happy, like, want to know where's the next main mission and whatnot. Then we get him, pretty much doing the Spider-Man thing. He has the new Spider-Man suit, and saving people, bikes, and but he wants to do more. He wants to do more. And then it turns out that he sees these group of guys trying to rob this ATM, and he stops them. They're all dressed up like Avengers. They all have like these Avengers masks, and they have these alien gun technology. And it turns out these weapons they got, of course, is from the Vulture selling these weapons. And we pretty much get him trying to contact Tony to tell him, let him know what's going on. Tony's not answering his calls, so he goes out and tries to figure out who's selling these weapons, and he finds this guy trying to sell these weapons, who we see, be Shocker, and Spider-Man, stops them, and a piece of alien weaponry falls out of the van. They get away, and Peter takes it, to school to try to figure out what it is. And we see Peter, this movie is really good. It's actually showing us like what Peter's going through as a kid, because we all been through this. We have that crush, we don't know how to ask them to prom or whatnot. We're kind of afraid, so we kind of deal with that. And basically, if you haven't seen this movie, you should get it and see it. I watched it probably 6, 7, 8 times by now, and I really am digging it. I really do dig the Tom Hardy Spider-Man, seeing the take they're going with. But basically, Spider-Man finds out who he is, and it's this funny scene that Spider-Man asks the girl he has a crush on to prom, and we find out that her father is Vulture, but Vulture doesn't know Peter Parker is Spider-Man yet, and Peter just gets this like ghost face, like, oh God. It's a great scene because he can't take his eyes off of him. So they're in the car and they get to the prom, and um, we see, his girlfriend goes into the door and he tells his daughter he wants to talk to Peter, and he pretty much put two to two together and figure out Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and tells him, stop interfering with my stuff or we'll kill you, and pretty much. And of course Peter can't do that, so he goes and tries to stop him, and he does end up stopping him and saving him, and he goes to jail. But there's also, I'm missing out telling you that there is a scene in here before, leading up to that Tony does show up and help Peter on this boat when they were making a deal, and Iron Man tells him, it pretty much takes his new suit away because he told him not to mess with this, just let the authorities handle it. So pretty much in the third act, Spider-Man is wearing his old costume, and so when we get to the third act, he stops Michael Keaton, and he goes to jail, and we get two cutscenes. One cutscene we get about Michael Keaton in jail talking to pretty much the guy who's going to be Scorpion in jail, and he said, if I knew who he was, you think he'd be still alive? Michael Keaton's character says. So pretty much he's not going to give away Peter's identity because he pretty much saved his life and saved his daughter. And right before we get the credits, Aunt May sees Peter as Spider-Man, and it cuts to the credits. It's so funny. But yeah, that's pretty much Spider-Man Homecoming, and I give it a 9 out of 10. It was a great movie. I mean, that's a part in the movie, Peter, is struggling to get this rubber off of him, and it really makes you feel for him. And he's like, he just having that Spider-Man moment, like, I am Spider-Man, and he powers out of it, and, shows that determination never to give up. So this movie is a 9 out of 10, and I recommend y'all check this out, see it, buy it, and I'll catch y'all later.